Hi, I'm John Blacher, and today we're going to look at the Ventura 190, a versatile deck boat from Princecraft. Princecraft builds 3 versions of the 19-foot Ventura. Without live wells, this 190 isn't a dedicated fishing boat. Instead, it's focused on passenger space with the biggest lounges. So why 3 versions of the boat? Well, everyone has a different amount of fishing that they want to do. Some people want a very small 19-foot lightweight aluminum boat just for hauling the family around, but they still want to do some fishing early in the morning. This Ventura 190 is a very compact boat, and I give credit to Princecraft for finding unique ways to maximize space. For example, there's a full beam sun pad, but instead of having to climb over it to get to the water, the starboard cushion flips up to access a walk-through, which doubles as a privacy enclosure. The port cushion also flips up to access a large 2-tier storage compartment. The ski toolbar is a must and can be optioned on its own or as part of the entertainment package, which also includes a starboard swim platform. The cockpit is laid out with an L-shaped lounge to port instead of the typical bench seat to stern. The standard helm seat swivels and slides, but the flip-up bolster is optional and not something I'd live without. Turn the chair to face the lounge and pop in the removable pedestal mount snack table, and you have an intimate place for food or drinks. The fiberglass Helm Console is beautifully designed, with a raised pad for your feet and an armrest extension with stainless grab rail. Next to the Helm Console, you'll find an in-floor cooler and ski locker that are both standard equipment. The bow area features 2 large opposing lounges with storage below, and a very handy side storage pocket that is perfect for phones and tablets. The bow rider platform is enormously popular just for the space to add more people. And this is a great location to have some fun and some conversation and even have a bite to eat. So there's one thing I'd probably add if I could, and that'd be just a small pedestal hole to allow me to put the table up front as well. Now, while this isn't a dedicated fishing boat, it is really nice to have a little casting platform for early in the morning. We've all got to make compromises, and sometimes you need room for a larger family, but that doesn't mean you want to give up all your fishing amenities. The main benefits of a deck boat over a pontoon are speed and handling. Powered by Mercury's lightweight 115 Pro XS, we were on plane in about 3 seconds with very little bow rise. Propped for a bigger load, I could feel the rev limiter starting to kick in around 40 miles an hour. If that's not enough, the 150 is optional, but I think the 115 is a good match for this boat. You have enough power to lug around the whole family and even tow a skier or a couple of tubers without having to keep a close eye on the fuel gauge. Now, while this is a deck boat, and you might be thinking, how much fun can it really be? With the little 115 Pro XS on the outboard, and the way this hull's shaped, it actually is quite a fun little boat. So it's got a great little confident turning radius. You can really steer the front end of this boat. There's no real sway, the rear end doesn't blast out on you, but you can have a lot of fun turning and goofing around with this boat. And one thing I really like is the helm layout. A lot of boats we get in, you cannot see the gauges. Now this one has tilt steering as an option, and when I put it down I have perfect view of both the speed, the tack, and all the instruments. I also like the fact that there's room to mount your own electronics. In this case we've got a Kick Media Center, but some people are going with a little Garmin GPS system, or a nice fish finder. If there's a small gripe, when you've got the bolster up, the throttle's a little bit hard to reach. And this is what happens when you mount the throttles low on the side of the gunnel. You're driving along in a raised position where you can see, but you've really got to reach to find the controls and modify throttle or trim. Personally, I'd love that mounted just a little higher. Now, you've probably heard me say this before, but there's one option I'll never want to live without, and that is the power steering. Steering a boat with power steering is so effortless and easy, and it allows more people to drive the boat comfortably. With a tight turning radius and power steering, the lightweight Ventura 190 was quite fun to drive. A 13-degree dead rise and reverse chines kept the ride comfortable and dry. At under 1,900 pounds, this boat can be trailered by a small SUV or even a crossover, and that really expands your boating opportunities.